Keystone XL is an extension of the existing Keystone pipeline. The project would cut diagonally from the oil sands through the U.S. to link Canadian crude oil to U.S. refineries in the Gulf Coast. The U.S. requires 7.5 million barrels of oil per day, and Keystone XL could carry 830,000 barrels of oil per day from Canada to the U.S. The project must be approved by both countries and would bring $2 billion to the U.S. and $11 billion per year to Canada. The U.S.'s economic interests include creation of construction jobs for the project, a dependence on friendly Canadian oil, and a secure source of oil that won't be subject to political insecurity. Canada's economic interests include getting Canadian oil to U.S. markets and using the cheapest method, a pipeline, to move the oil, and securing jobs in the oil sands. Environmental concerns for the project include spills that would contaminate agricultural land and water supply, reclamation of disturbed landscape, and the encouragement of dependence on fossil fuels. Both Canadian and American First Nations communities are concerned about potential destruction of sacred lands caused by the pipeline and claim they were not adequately consulted in the development of the project. Canada could ship its oil via tankers and risk spills and cost. The U.S.'s high consumption of oil and proximity make it a perfect market. The U.S. could reduce its fossil fuel use, but at the current rate, this is unlikely. Buying foreign oil for the U.S. could prove risky and insecure. Harper's Conservative government advocated for the pipeline. Harper could promise permanent jobs for his constituents in Alberta and access to American markets. But when the project passed Congress in 2015, there was a significant amount of protest. Obama vetoed the bill, citing environmental concerns and lack of permanent jobs for Americans. Trudeau expressed a desire to reduce Canadian dependence on fossil fuels, but he supported Keystone XL as the most sustainable way to bring oil to market. Trump signed a presidential memorandum to expedite the environmental review process, citing the pipeline could bring jobs, and demanded that American-made steel be used in construction. TransCanada plans to start construction on Keystone XL in 2019, after a U.S. State Department review concluded that major environmental damage from a leak is unlikely.